Swindon Town are on the verge of having new owners this evening. It's understood a deal has been agreed with a local consortium to buy the club. Well, Alistair Durden is at Swindon's county ground now. Ali, what can you tell us?
Well, negotiations, David, have been taking place for over a fortnight now, but at lunchtime today, we understand a local consortium reached an agreement with Swindon Town to buy the club, as you say, headed by this man, Jed McCrory, who is a local businessman involved mostly in property, but he's also the owner of a non-league football club in Oxfordshire, that's Banbury United. And his group, subject to Football League approval, will be taking sole control of Swindon Town. And the good news for fans is that they'll be taking control of the club without any debts as well, with the existing owners agreeing to write off the considerable monies owed to them. So let's have a word with BBC Wiltshire's sports editor Chris Wise. This is good news for fans, but will it bring new investment, or do you think the new owners will be looking to cut back a bit?
Well, it's difficult to say really, Ali, because I think Swindon have been in an extremely fortunate position over the past few years, that they've had the likes of Sir Martin Arbib and Andrew Black, who are multi-millionaires, and when you're a lower league Football League club, that's an extremely privileged position to be in. But of course, until we know the identity of the rest of the men that make up this consortium, along with Jed McCrory, it's really difficult to ascertain exactly how much money the club are going to have to spend.
And already news tonight about a bid for Swindon star player Matt Ritchie. This is a test, isn't it, for the new board?
It's a huge test. Matt Ritchie is a key asset for Swindon. 9 goals already this season, 9 assists as well. He's been one of the best players over the past couple of years. That bid, of course, has arrived from Bournemouth. It wouldn't be surprising if there's other clubs that are sniffing around Matt Ritchie as well before the transfer window closes in just over 24 hours' time.
Great stuff. Thanks very much, Chris. Well, Swindon Town were in action last night, playing out that goalless draw at Leighton Orient, but it was enough to take them up to third table, and it could have been even better, actually. Andy Williams had this chance, which hit the post. So it could have been 3 points instead of 1.
Now, breaking news coming in from Swindon Town this evening. They have been the subject of all sorts of stories about financial problems that are dogging the club and what the future might hold. Well, the news is tonight probably good. They've issued a statement that says the board of Swindon Town FC are pleased to announce its majority shareholder Andrew Black has today exchanged contracts with a consortium to acquire the club. Completion of the sale is dependent upon approval from the Football League, which we hope to obtain in the next few days.
Yeah, they go on to say that upon completion, most of the club's existing debt will be written off, the threat of administration will be avoided, and Paolo Di Canio and the squad will be able to concentrate on football and the challenge of making Swindon a championship club next season. The bad news is, of course, is that they let go of Matt Ritchie earlier today. He's agreed a 3.5-year deal with Bournemouth. Of course, he was a League 2 Player of the Year last season, of course, helped them to League 1. So that will be disappointing news, I guess, at the timing of it, but potentially, as Jules was saying, some good news for Swindon Town.
To sport, and Paolo Di Canio says he's annoyed that one of his best players has been sold to a League 1 promotion rival. The shock loss of winger Matt Ritchie was needed to raise cash, according to Swindon Town, but supporters are angry he's gone to AFC Bournemouth, who, like Swindon, have their sights on the Championship. Scott Ellis reports.
Swindon Town winger Matt Ritchie scored 9 times in 32 appearances. Paolo Di Canio says he knew nothing of the £500,000 sale until Matt Ritchie told him in person last night.
I thought it was a joke. I don't know.
It was no joke. So why have Swindon Town sold one of their best players? It's because Andrew Black's just sold his 98% stake in the club. The buyer is businessman Jed McCrory, who also owns Banbury United. But to seal the deal, the two sides agreed that the prime asset of Matt Ritchie had to be sold to raise cash to stave off the threat of administration.
Financial well-being of this club was secured by the sale of Matt Ritchie to Bournemouth. There were no other offers in for the player. He was a very important player to Swindon Town. He'll be greatly missed.
It just shows how bad Swindon Town's finances had become. So now there's a new consortium in charge. Has Di Canio got bags of money to spend?
10 million. 10 million. There is a lottery today, the lottery.
Good humour, despite a near miss with administrators for Swindon. But Di Canio admits being annoyed by the sale. Now he's hoping to turn that frustration into points.
But when something happens that give me the chance to be angry, I put even more energy for the cause, And also my players have to do the same. But I'm sure that they're going to do this because they are very good professionals. Because we really believe that from now we can push and stay even more close to the top.
We understand the new consortium is made up of Jed McCrory plus 4 others. More will be known once the deal's approved by the Football League, hopefully next week. Scott Ellis, BBC Points West, Swindon.
Watch this space.